Hey everybody, what's up? Hope you had or are still having happy holidays and taking some time off with your family and kind of reflecting on the last year, planning the next year. This is actually what I've been doing for the past week or so I haven't been uploading to YouTube as regularly because I've been taking a lot of time to actually think what I want to do in my business, but also with this YouTube channel. And this video, I kind of want to share with you my plans for this YouTube channel next year. So basically, when you think about, I don't know how long you've been following this channel for, but it started off as kind of a daily vlog where, you know, I walked around with my camera every day and kind of edited my day to show you the process. And I used to do a lot of client work, used to work on Prospero, some other businesses that I used to have. And so kind of document this on a daily basis. For the last year though, that was like when I started 3 years ago, but for the last year, it's mainly just me talking to the camera like this, and sometimes it's relating to what I do every day, but sometimes it's just random, and there's all kinds of videos and format, and it's not really structured. So I kind of understood that I kind of moved away from the kind of the vlogging style, which kind of I feel like that today with the Instagram stories. So usually I kind of document my day on Instagram story, and I don't feel like the need to do that on my YouTube channel. And so on the YouTube, I try to bring on some other a different content. And I was thinking about this and how I want to structure this in 2019, and I kind of have a plan. So I'm still going to post 5 times per week, but I want to share with you what's the structure is going to look like. So on Mondays, I'm going to paste, I'm not sure, like every day is going to have a different kind of a name for this segment on this channel. So I'm not sure what it's going to look like. Maybe it's going to be called The Process, or maybe it's going to be called Success and Failures. It's basically me sharing you like how my last week has been, like what were my successes and failures over the past week in my business and as a designer and entrepreneur, and how I'm planning to kind of plan my next year, my next week. So this is kind of a weekly update, just so you would know what happens with me, what happens with my business on kind of a personal level. So that's Monday. On Tuesday, it's going to be kind of like conversation that I have with other designers or other people which I find interesting. I've been doing that recently, you know, a lot with John from AJ and Smart and other people that I've kind of interviewed on the channel, and you guys have really been loving this. And actually, this is kind of a more long form format because it's a conversation that can be maybe, you know, 30 minutes or even 1 hour. And I actually understood from, you know, reading the comments that you guys are actually considering this type of content more like a podcast, right? You're putting this conversation while you're working or doing other things. And so I thought, why not use those conversations to actually start a podcast in 2019? So I'm actually going to do this. So every Tuesday, I'm going to have a long form conversation with somebody who I find interesting, I want to learn from, I think that you guys can learn from. And then I'm going to release it on a YouTube channel as a video chat like I did previously, but also going to release the audio on a podcast so that you can listen to this wherever you want. So that's Tuesdays. On Wednesday, it's going to be, I'm going to call it, I think, business time, and it's going to be either advice or things that I'm learning and struggling around the business aspect of being a designer, being a consultant, being an entrepreneur, running my own business, and sharing those learnings and advice with you. Also, sometimes answering questions that I get in the mail which regard the business of being a designer. So that's on Wednesday. Thursday are going to be dedicated to actually design critiques. So either, you know, giving you guys feedback on your design portfolios project, or showing case studies of projects that I've been working on. By the way, if you have been following on Instagram, that you know that currently I'm working on a new video series called Trust the Process, which is following a project that I'm currently working on, which is a brand update and a website. This is besides the point, and I'm just going to release this as kind of a four-part, I think, series on the channel, but it's got nothing to do. It's just like a segment that I'm working on right now. But Thursdays are going to be dedicated to talking about design and helping you understand and think better about design, understanding how to give feedback, learn from feedback, and stuff like that. And on Fridays, not sure what the name of the segment is going to be, but it's going to be something like Tools of the Trade, where I cover the tools that I work with. I try new tools. I give you kind of my reviews of the latest, either tools or processes that I use in my business. I got a lot of feedback again on Instagram. People I saw that I'm recently giving Figma a try and were really excited about Figma, want to hear my opinion about it. So all these kind of like geek technical software talk about the tools that I'm using are going to be on the Friday segment of the show. So this is basically the structure that I'm planning for 2019. It's going to be actually the 4th season of Flux, and I do have some other videos that I want to do besides that. I'm not sure how they're going to fit in this structure, but some of you might know that last week we actually sold Prospero, our product business. So we sold that. I'm going to do a video talking about why we sold it, how this went down, and all the details around that. I want to do my yearly income report and share with you how I've hit and actually suppressed my yearly income goals for this year. And also want to share with you the books that I read and kind of give you recommendations for a book that I think can help you make you smarter for 2019. So those are basically my plans. I'm excited for next year. I have big goals for this YouTube channel. I'm really going to, like this year at the beginning of the year, I was considering like, yeah, I'm gonna crush it on YouTube, but eventually, and I've shared this with you, my goals moved away to focus more on the financials. And so I was so focused on the financials that I couldn't really put all my efforts on the YouTube. But this year, YouTube is a core part of my goals for this year. So I'm gonna crush it. Hope you'll join me for the ride and enjoy the content. Happy holidays again. I'll catch you. I'm not sure when I'll start posting. One more thing that's happening is that I'm getting an office. It's pretty hard for me recently to work and record from my home office. There's construction going on in my building. Also, the kids' afternoon, so I'm actually getting my own office. Obviously, I'll share that in a video as well. But until I set up, and I want to have a new setup for my recording to make this easier and more seamless for me. So maybe it'll take like a week or two before I start posting again, but I'll be coming up with awesome content for you guys. Catch you on the next video.